Drop it. Yeah.
What is going on, everybody? My name is Flexy, and today I've got another video for you. Now, the other day I've uploaded a Bujin deck profile, and today I wanted to show you a remote duel where I played one of my friends who plays Pendulum Magicians with little Endymion splashed in. And as you could have seen by now, I've lost the dice roll, so he's going first, of course. And starting off with the Upstart Goblin, drawing a card, which of course I'm not gonna Ash or anything. Not even that I play Ash, but you know, who's gonna Ash an Upstart Goblin? You know what I'm saying? Then he activates the Reflection of Endymion in the scale, and immediately goes for the Duelist Alliance, which you can only activate if you control the card in your Pendulum scale, and then he searches himself a Pen Call, which he's also going to fire off immediately if I remember correctly. Let's see what he does here. Yeah, exactly. He fires off the Pendulum Call, discarding the, I think it's Oath Dragon Magician if I remember correctly, and then he searches himself probably the Harmonizing Magician, which I remember some things from the duel, but I forgot, like, for example, the second card she searches off of that. She's the Harmonizing, and also the, let's see what she searches. I think it's a purple. Oh, no, it's a Black Fang Magician, yeah. Harmonizing and Black Fang Magician, two very solid targets for sure. Then he puts the counters on the Reflection, and then continues to activate Endymion in scale, which now I think the Reflection has 3 counters now, but he doesn't use the effect. Instead, he's going to Pendulum Summon 3 monsters and then use the effect of Harmonizing Magician to special summon out a Magician monster from deck, which is going to be the purple Poison Magician right there. Yeah, so he didn't search it off, he special summoned it. And then he's going to summon a Abyss Dweller, since he knows what he plays against, and some graveyard effects can be pretty annoying in Bujin, so he tries to prepare for that. And then in standby phase, he detaches a material, so it's my turn now. I activate Pot of Extravagance, banishing 6 cards from my extra deck face down and drawing 2 cards, which he doesn't have a response to. And immediately I hit him with the classic Extravagance into Duality, which is an insane combo. I love this. One of the most powerful 2-card combos in the entire game. I reveal a Judgment, an Evacuation Device, and a Foolish Burial, and I'm pretty sure I decide to take the Evacuation Device. Since I think I had some Bujingis in hand already, and I was able to discard them, so I didn't really feel the Foolish. And also the Judgment, pretty life cost heavy, and since I didn't feel a big threat from his board, I decided to take the costless Evacuation Device. Also, I had 2 Twin Twisters in hand, right? And so I'm activating 1 here to banish his Reflection, paying 1,000 life points. Every now and then I have to reach over the screen to reduce our life points and stuff, because I'm doing it live basically. And then I chain the other Twin Twister to banish his Endymion in the other scale. So paying 2,000 life points, removing both of his scales pretty much permanently from the duel. Normal summoning the Yamato, basically the best card you can open in Bujin. And then I set another card and attack over his Dweller, which, if I remember correctly, has 1,700 attack points. Yeah, he goes down to 7,900 life points. And then in the end phase, I declare Yamato's effect to add a Bujin monster to my hand and then send 1 Bujin monster from my hand to the graveyard, which is going to be the Hare in this case. So he can't be destroyed by battle or card effect once per turn this turn. And I'm pretty much set. And also, if I remember correctly, I have a Crane and an Honest in hand, so I'm pretty much set up for the entire, like, for the upcoming 3 turns or whatever. Then on his turn, he top decks the Spell Power Mastery, searching himself the Servant of Endymion, which is the one of the most powerful Pendulum cards, I'm pretty sure right now. That is not banned, of course. And then he activates it in scale, switches that one, I forgot which one, I think Dragon Caller Magician, switches to attack position. I think it's at 2,100 attack, but yeah, I dropped the Honest, so he takes 1,800, or is it? No, I think Honest doubles the attack points. Okay, 6-1, that, oh yeah, actually, he didn't lose 1,800. Well, also the funny thing is that was that a misplay? Oh no, right, he attacked into me, and oh yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, I forgot real quick, but he passed turn, I top deck the Extravagance, activate the Extravagance, draw 2 cards, and one of the 2 cards is the Another Duality, so I hit him with the classic twice in a row, Extravagance into Duality, which is insane. I forgot to see what the other two cards were now, but I decided to take the Burial from a Different Dimension, which I just took in case, because I had a pretty good setup by now. I had the Evacuation Device, I had a Bujin in hand even, which I normal summon now. So there's quite a lot I was able to do already, so I thought I'd rather be set up for the future once I banish all my graveyard Bujingis. So yeah, I normal summon the turtle, attack directly for some damage. He's at 4,300 life points now. And then since I've banished 12 cards from my extra deck already, but I still wanted to go into an extra deck summon, I had Utopia Double, and Castel, the Sky Blaster Musketeer, I think he's called, in my extra deck, and I felt like Utopia was the best choice, not only because you can deny it or negate attacks, but also because he's a pretty big beater. And since I don't play the Double or Nothing anymore, I didn't choose to go for the Utopia Double play. But now he activates the Jackal King in scale, so his Servant has 3 counters, then he activates the effect and tries to resolve it, summoning the Endymion from deck, which has 2,800 life points, which is higher than the Utopia's life points. But instead of negating it, I think he's going to battle phase right now and attacking, yeah, but instead of negating the attack with his effect, I decided to deal some more damage to him and get rid of his Endymion. So he also doesn't have a spell trap negate by activating Honest from hand, which is pretty insane, right? 2 Honest in hand, Bujingi Turtle and Bujingi Hair engrave. It's almost a perfect setup. Basically can't lose that, even though I don't control a Bujin monster right now, but that's not really the point here. But yeah, I get rid of his Endymion Mighty Master. Then he's contemplating, he's thinking what he can do. I normal summon the Hair, which is at 1,700 attack points. I attack over his Servant and then attack directly for game. So that's a game 1, pretty solid. But I have to say, before I see it in the comments, I want to mention this real quick. My buddy here, he hasn't played Yu-Gi-Oh! In a very long time. Pretty much before Corona started was the last time that we actively played, and so his Pendulum decklist is basically a year old. It was even like a few months old at that point, so it's even older than Corona basically. So you know, I don't want to put like huge blame on him for any misplays or whatever. Also his decklist. So, but yeah, in game 2 he starts off with the what's it called, Allure of Darkness, and he accidentally sent it to the graveyard, the Purple Poison Magician, but he's gonna correct that in a minute. Then he activates the Servant, and immediately follows up with the Pendulum Call, discarding the Gate 0 and searching the Harmonizing Magician. I think it was the Purple Poison, if I saw that correctly. And now he puts the counter on the Servant, activates another card in scale, it's the Black Fang in this case. Then he summons out Jackal King, Amorphage Sloth, I think, and also Harmonizing Magician, and then Harmonizing Effect is going to summon out another Dragon Caller, if I remember correctly. Let's see here real quick. Yeah, oh no, it's an Oath Dragon Magician. Yeah, he summons an Oath Dragon Magician, passes to me. I set 1 card, and what am I doing next? Okay, yeah, another Cyclone. Oh, actually, yeah, I just realized I forgot to edit my life points after game 1. So basically it says I have 6,000 life points by now, but I pay 1,000 and now I'm at 7,000 life points. Banishing his Servant, so he can't use her effect later on, but I realize now he has a monster effect with Jackal King. And I normal summon Yamato. The card I set was an Imperm, I'm pretty sure, or a Judgment. And I use the Performance Popper Up to discard the Hair, then I draw 1 card, and then I lose 1,000 life points for every card in my hand, which is 5,000. Oh no, I think I kept the Imperm in hand and I set the Judgment first, because I was trying to make sure that he can't negate any monster effects of mine if I do have to use any with the Jackal King, so I have a response to that. Then I drew the Foolish Burial off of the Popper Up. I sent a Sinyo, so I have an attack boost, because I had the Hair engrave, I think, something like that, but I didn't have an Honest in hand, so I really wanted to make sure that he can't beat over my monsters. Then I attacked into his Jackal King, and in damage step or damage calculation, I forgot exactly, I activate Sinyo's effect to banish him and boost the attack of my Yamato, beating over his Jackal King, immediately getting rid of his monster negate. And he only takes half the battle damage due to Sinyo's effect, but that's not a huge problem. I'm just glad that I got rid of his monster negate slash beat stick. And then I set 1 more card, and then I declare Yamato effect in end phase, sending I think another Sinyo to grave. Let's see here real quick what I'm doing. Also, by the way, in case you didn't notice it, yeah, it's another Sinyo. My buddy, he's playing on a Triv Gaming slash Electromite Pendulum playmat, and I love it. Just to mention that real quick. So he draws for turn, and he tries to beat over my Yamato with the Sloth. Then I banish the Senyo, pushes attack points, and he gets destroyed, losing life points. Then I think he passed to me again. Did I see that right? Oh no, he links off into Daybreaker, the Shining Magical Warrior. Is that his correct name? I think so. And he gains a counter, gains 300 attack points, puts him at 1900. And I think then he passes turn, right? Can't remember anything he would be able to do at this point. Let's see. Oh, did he set that card? I'm not too sure. No, I think it's only his card in hand. I'm checking what I've got banished there. 2 Senyos so far. I draw for turn. And then I beat over his Daybreaker by discarding the Crane, which I have top decked. It's an insane top deck in Bujins. So then he loses more life points, doesn't have any monsters anymore. And oh yeah, now I activate that, bring back my 2 Senyos, so I have attack boost again. I also have a hair engrave, I think. And then in end phase, I am sending the turtle. Yeah, so I have every Bujingi that I'm playing right now that belongs to the graveyard. I have in my graveyard right now, which is an insane setup. Plus, I have another card set, which should be an Imperm if I remember correctly. And he is foolishing, or rather Dragon Shrining his Dark Worm, special summoning it, but he discarded the Gate 0 in turn 1 for his Pendulum Call, so he doesn't have any targets. Then he passes turn to me. Activate the Extravagance, banishing 6 cards, checking real quick because in game 1, if you saw that I summoned the Utopia, what I actually planned to do was summoning the Susano, but unfortunately, out of the 12 monsters I banished both of my Susanos, so I just wanted to check real quick whether I did it again in this time, which is less likely, but still possible. Then I normal summon the Honest, attack over the Dark Worm with my Yamato, and then attack directly for 1100. In main phase 2, I activate Honest effect and take it back to the hand. Then in end phase, I declare Yamato's effect again, sending a hair to the graveyard, so there's really nothing he can do at this point. And his top deck's also pretty unfortunate. He drew a Mighty Master while he had another Mighty Master in hand, and his scaled card is the Black Fang Magician, which is also a scale 8. So even if he wanted to, he wouldn't be able to Pendulum summon any monsters out. He's just checking what the top few cards of his deck are, and like, would he have been able to survive, and would he have been able to come back off of the survival? But apparently not. So unfortunately for him, he lost. But I also had a Judgment, I had an Imperm, I had so much graveyard protection. There was basically nothing he could do at this point. So yeah, that was a pretty quick 2-0 for Bujins. Now, as I said before, his list is pretty old school, and also his gaming experience basically is he's pretty rusty at this point. You know, that's what I'm trying to say. So really, no blame on him. Pendulum is still best deck, except when I play Bujin. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Remember to leave a like if you enjoyed it. If you didn't, then please let me know in the comments what you didn't like, because I'm always trying to improve my content, especially with the remote duels. I'm still pretty uncertain about the way I'm doing it. I'm trying to like experiment with different kinds of softwares, different kinds of equipment, and different ways of recording the video, the audio and stuff. So if there's any suggestions for improving the quality of my videos, then please let me know. If you have any suggestions for future matchups you would like to see, my friends have any amount of decks. Like, there's so many people that have played different decks. So there's Salamangreat, Zombies, Lunalights, Crusadias, Pendulums, True Draco. I can't even count them all. So if you want to see any matchups, I'll do my best to find a person to play against. And yeah, as I said, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I see you next time.